further ado, let's bring out our guests, the director and star of the film, Sebastian Silva, and our co-star, Kristen Wiig.
Hi guys. Favor at the end, if you don't mind. I want to shoot a video of you guys. It will take like 1 minute, and I'll just tell you to do like really quick things because I'm going to shoot it in slow motion. If you want to stay, feel free. If you don't, don't be offended. I'll talk about you when you leave.
Don't look
So this is good, right? This, if I sit like this, away from you.
So basically, what I got out of this film was that Brooklyn hipsters can get away with anything. That's basically what you're saying here, right? Is that
That's the point.
Yeah. There are a lot of things going on in this film, and a lot of ideas, and a lot of interesting, I think, statements on your part. And I almost hesitate to ever ask a question like this to open, but it seems appropriate here. Where did these ideas come from, and why did you want to put them all in one movie? Because it's fascinating. Like the directions you go in here are completely.
Right. I have to say that it's not a movie that is like so story-based or character-based. I don't think that any of those things are important. For me, the most important thing was like the experiment at the end, where you make people have a really hard time judging these friends of theirs, you know, after committing such a gruesome crime. You know, they're totally guilty of what they're doing, but I hope that you guys were rooting for them. That's my evil fucked up experiment. But then, so you, to the question, there's like 3 kind of storylines, right? There's like the parenthood part of it all, which is just I'm 36, I live in Fort Greene, that's my house, and that's my cat. You know what? I don't live with her any longer. Oh, she lives with a wrestler in New Jersey.
Wrestler, that was right. You thought.
Wrestler.
You didn't hear right. Wrestler.
Yeah, it's a wrestler.
You went for the wrestler.
A wrestler and his family. Anyway, but so in my neighborhood, everybody's like reproducing compulsively. Everybody's like carrying strollers, empty strollers, even they don't care. So that's one part of it all, and like I really like that Polly wants to have a baby without finding a man, and I find that to be sort of like a modern statement that makes sense nowadays. Like I feel that women are like now not caring so much to find the blue dreams, you know, like it doesn't even exist, you know. Don't feel discouraged. I'm also looking for him, but anyway, so that one, it's just like I'm on the age where everybody's like having babies and it's a huge thing. And the second one is the Bishop storyline, which is what originated the movie and the idea to make the movie, which is, like these unprivileged people that can disappear with no consequences, you know, and like the fact that us, the hipsters who drink cappuccino and like have iPhones and do art for a living, which is so messed up. You know, like we carry a guilt, or at least I do carry a guilt, because you're not killing these people, you know, you're not killing the people that are being gentrified, but you're not helping them. And by not helping, you could be killing. If there's a kitten drowning on a pool, like, and you don't save it, you are not killing it, but you're not helping it. So it was a way to like pay back that guilt just with like a huge moral question. Yeah.
What was the third thing?
Oh, the third thing is the nasty baby videos. I really, truly apologize for that. I'm really happy it's Halloween because it makes way more sense. Yeah, the nasty baby videos come from, I was invited to do a dance performance for Dance Week, and they told me I needed to do a 5-minute show, and I thought that, portraying a 3-month-old baby in front of an audience would be a fun thing to do, and it would also be very liberating for my spirit because of the embarrassment that you go through when you do it collectively with an audience. and the project was rejected, of course, and then I got into this movie. And, yeah, and I got to do the Nasty Baby as an irony, but it's actually something that I love doing. I'm kidding.
We did it on the very first day of shooting. We were shooting those Nasty Baby videos, and everyone was super nervous because you had to like lay on the floor with blankets and all of these people watching, and you had to act like a baby. But it wasn't supposed to be funny. You weren't trying to like act like you were acting. You had to really try to think about how a baby would act, and it was so embarrassing. But then when everybody did it, you felt this like weird bond with everyone because everyone felt stupid.
It's so intimate. It's more intimate than
it is.
sex.
To be like super embarrassed in front of someone is very intimate. Yeah.
But you also have like sort of that other related to the art world, that idea that the people that pick what gets shown and what gets displayed and what gets put on sale is so random, and it doesn't. There's no logic to it. You literally make it like an oracle, which I thought, wait, what is going on? That's the first sort of hint that like something is up with this film that is not just a normal story about these people that have a baby.
As fictional as that sounds, that actually happens to me. That happened to me in the Lower East Side. I paint and draw a lot, and I brought my paintings, and he took a week for me to go back and like get the verdict, and he's like, "We'll have to ask the oracle." And I'm like, "Yeah, who's that?" And then he brought me into a room and showed me this clay sculpture with feathers, and I'm like, "Is it hidden behind this whole thing?" And then he's like, "This is the oracle. You'll know. You'll tell us." And then I deleted it from my phone and never heard from him again. But yeah, I got Q&As in New York where people knew him. They're like, "Yeah, the Argentinian guy with the oracle." It's a great way to dismiss people in case you don't know how to say no. Get it? Get a sculpture. You're like, I don't know if I'm gonna ask my oracle to go out today.
I love it. The oracle, no, not so much. Was there? Because I was telling you before, Kristen, that I've been a real fan of the films you've been doing in the last couple of years, the smaller films. Some of which have played here, actually. Have you, Sebastian, had you seen Kristen in one of those, or what was the thing that sort of brought the thing together?
You had no idea who it was.
Maybe you might have noticed.
Maybe. Love him.
How did you sort of find each other?
So Alia, who plays Wendy in the film, is a good friend of mine. I met her through Michael, and I was looking for Polly, and she said, "What about Kristen Wiig?" And I'm like, "Who is she?" She's like, "Fucking look her up." And then I look her up, I fell in love, we talked on the phone, we felt more in love, and then that was it. We fell in love, we tickled each other, we smelled each other's hairs, and we're like, yes.
Had you been familiar with Sebastian's work before? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, Alia called me and told me about it, and she sent me Crystal Fairy, and as soon as it started, I was like, oh, yeah, this is the kind of movie I want to make. And he was a friend of hers, which meant a lot because, Alia's super cool, and I loved his work. And then, we talked on the phone, and it was just instant friendship. Yeah.
And I've read that there's most of what we see here is improvised for the most part. Yes?
Right, I mean,
how much
of course the dialogue. It's not like we were driving all the
No, right. Dialogue.
German deer, like, staring at us in slow motion. Oh, that shit's moving slow. Yeah, no, of course, just the dialogue. Truly. It was like all actions were written. It was like a 25-page outline, right? So with no scene headings, no dialogue. So when you take dialogues and scene headings out of the screenplay, any screenplay would shrink to 40 pages. Yeah, so this was 25, so it was not so far from an actual screenplay action length, And then, the improv goes very simple. You go on stage, you go on set, you tell every character what they have to convey for the story, the information they need to give in every scene for the story. And then you shoot the first take. It usually goes like really long and kind of sloppy. Second take is better, you correct stuff, and then third take is really good, and then you repeat that 12 times, or how many times is needed.
I heard from some people that I know that saw the film at Sundance that when you take that disturbingly dark turn toward the end of the film, that people walked out Like, and people seem to have a weird relationship. Yeah, exactly.
I think they walked out and they got on the phone and they're like, you guys have to see this movie. I'm going right back in.
People have real issues when tones shift in a film. Like, it upsets them. And I never understood that because I think it keeps a film. So many films are predictable from beginning to end.
Right.
Well, there's
something like
there's
this,
a formula that's been created and that is there. And when you write screenplays, people are like, oh, well, this thing didn't happen by, page 30. And it's so frustrating. It's like, well, why does this have to do that? And I think we've been making movies the same way for so long. I think people like seeing something different. That was one of the many reasons I wanted to do this movie, and I love that it happens in the second half of the third act where people are like, wait, what? But it makes you think about how you look at, not to get too deep, like art and music, and like, why is this song more than, 2 minutes or 3 minutes? It's like, everything is a different little piece of something to enjoy, and you can, I don't know what I'm saying.
She's making me nervous.
Was I? Oh, I got nervous. Okay. Anyway, well, that was it. Lost it. I'll say something good in a couple minutes.